Hi, I'm Dina Wakley, CHA Winter 2013. The thing I'm most excited about is my new book, published by F&W Northlight. So it's supposed to hit the warehouse January 14th. So I'm super excited. So you can ask for it at your local store and see if they'll order them in and get them at bookstores as well. So my book is about color and composition, because I would teach classes places and people would walk out with black, brown art, and I would think, what am I doing wrong? Something's wrong. What am I not telling them? And then I realized I wasn't telling them things like, don't mix blue and orange ink at the same time, because blue and orange make brown. So I learned that if your work is bugging you, two things are the problem: color and or composition. And so my book is talking about principles of color and composition that you can use to make your work expressive and fun. And I still believe art journaling has no rules. You can do whatever the heck you want, but if you're unhappy with what you're doing, it's because of color and or composition. So that's what my book's about. That makes sense? So I'm excited about that. All new art too in here. Never before seen artwork in there. And then I have new stencils coming out here with the Crafters Workshop. I have 6 new designs that are both 6x6 and 12x12. And then what I'm super excited about are my masks. So these come in a package and you pop these out of the backing, so you have both the positive and the negative of the image. So you can mask and then you can lay the other part back on and mask out your background and not make a mess of your background, and you can do stuff in their bodies really well. And I didn't bring that part with me because there's only so much room in the suitcase. But let me show you how I like to use these. So generally how I'll use these is I'll make a mess on my page first. So I will just start with no rhyme or reason really. So mess 1, oh, never waste your ink, right? Perfect. And then mess 2. And this, Diane Reevely has new colors of her awesome ink, and I just want to cry because this is going to be, I know, my 2 new favorite colors. Look at that. Do you not want to, like, lick it? Isn't it fabulous?
Lick it, yeah, that'd be it.
Fuchsia, I think, what's it called? Funky Fuchsia is this one, and this one is Calypso Teal. Oh, and I just want to snog her. I love those colors so much. All right, so what I'll do is I'll make a mess like that, and I'll generally blot away excess. And then you come along with your mask. And at this point, you could choose to use spray over it again. How? Let me give you a caution. If you use spray, what will happen to these? It will wet and mix, right? So often I'll do an inky mess and then I'll turn to acrylic paint to do my masking. Not always. I mean, I'll say that and you'll look through my journal and say, well, here you use spray, because I do spray over my mask quite a bit too. But if I've got an inky background, then I'll put paint on top. And I'll generally choose a dark neutral, because if I chose orange, what color would that turn? Brown. If I chose yellow, what color would it mix with the purple? Brown. So I'll choose a dark neutral. I love Payne's Gray by Golden, and I love just black. I mean, gosh, black is perfect. Raw umber. And then I'll hold my mask down. Here's another little Dina pet peeve. When you mask around an image like this, you cannot, or I will fly to your town and hurt you. You cannot do this.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You can't go around your whole woman like that. Why? Why do you think? She will not be incorporated into your background. She'll have this funny little smallish background around her, and it just doesn't look right. So what you do, let me wipe that off on my apron. What you do is you have to have long brush strokes. So you must pull your brush and pull the brush strokes out, and even, let me put some of that on my craft sheet, and even connect it to the top of the page. Okay, does that make sense? Because that way you will incorporate that silhouetted image into your entire composition. Instead of having her floating in the middle, this works if you're silhouetting a star, a heart, a circle. It does not matter what you're silhouetting. You must extend those brush strokes, or I will fly to your house and you will give me a Diet Coke and make me a cookie, and then I will hurt you. Because it just doesn't work, I promise. So I will even extend it out. Now, you might say, well, but you lost your background. That's why I say don't fall in love with your background, because it will be covered up, especially with this technique, right? Ooh, I keep wiping my fingers on my show badge. That's gonna be great, isn't it? All right. So you remove the mask, and then you have all that wonderful texture and color from the background showing through. And because I don't have a steady hand and I'm not a perfect painter, I will often, like right here, there's paint underneath. Does it matter? No. Because what will happen at the end is I will outline them. So when this is dry, I will take a pen and I will give her definition. And if I've used a really dark color, I'll often outline it with white. So I'll take my white pen, and here's my other little caveat. You must do this when the paint's dry. I should pay Sharpie $1 bazillion because I have ruined so many Sharpies by being impatient and writing on wet paint. So when that's dry, you will do this, okay? So, and I like to do crazy little kooky outlines. You don't have to do that, but I will go around and I will outline my figure, okay? And then I will decide what else I want to do to it. Because are you done at that point? Heck no! I mean, you can do more tricks, right? That's what mixed media is all about. You could add more stenciling in the background. You could grab a stencil and some paint and do some dry brushing on top. On this one, I added some journaling here on the figure. I love to journal in the bodies of the figures. And then I added 3 little yellow circles that I cut out from another tag or something. Now, why did I choose yellow? What's the complement of purple? Yellow. And that's how you get ultimate pop and contrast. So I do use those opposite colors together constantly. They're my favorite color combos. I just don't spray them on the same page at the same time. And that's what my book's about. That's what my book is telling you, how to use opposites and not make mud. You know, how to think about it as a whole. You know, you're putting your figure down and you're painting little lines and you're thinking, why doesn't she look right? It's a composition problem because there's no connection, there's no closure, so you have to extend your brush strokes. So it really does, let's see, make sure I haven't ruined my lady. It really does come down to color and composition. Always, always. So there's my lady. When that paint's dry, I will outline her and do some fun stuff to her and journal on her, and she'll be another page in my book.